We're starting to see the temperatures fall, but our prices starting to fall. Let's find out what's happening in the Reno real estate market in all of Northern Nevada for the month of September. Let's take a look. Wow, another month of consistent median home price. I haven't seen this happen before, of 4 months in a row of $530,000 median home price. So you can see for the last 4 months, we've just stayed consistent of $530,000. Over the last 13 months, we haven't seen anything like that. I also added on at the very end, you can see where we were September of 2019, pre-COVID times. You're gonna start to see some of these types of numbers added in because I want to compare it to where we were before. So you can see 2019 in September we were at $395. Today we're at $530,000. For this slide, you've seen it before, but it's slightly different. Notice the top, median days to contract by month. That's the new way we're measuring now versus our average days to contract. This is going to get us more accurate information because one sale of a property could completely change these numbers if it was average. For example, there's some homes, multi-million-dollar homes that sell that were on the market for a couple of years, and those can change those numbers drastically. They can add an extra day or two to that average days to contract. So median days is going to get us a more accurate estimate of where we're going. And as you can see, we're 8 days to contract. Slightly bumped up, but we've kind of been sitting right around the 5-6 range for all of this year. So this is the highest of this year so far. Active inventory, we're going to take a look at with our new listings and sold listings. So you can see right here, we're going to start with the gray, our inventory. So September, 570 homes on the market. We look month after month, we've been increasing upward. That's good news. Our inventory is rising, definitely where we need. We're heading in the right direction. But the new listings, we did see a little drop for September, and but our sold actually went up. So interesting stuff going on. I want to take a quick peek at, since we just finished our third quarter, what happened and where we're going. Some interesting stuff in here. You can see obviously the inventory very low, of course, no big shocker there. So we're looking at quarter 3 of 2021, 2020, 2019, and 2018. So the peak of those 4 quarters, if you look back the last 4 years, was back in 2019. Inventory had 2,442 homes over that span of 3 months versus 1,159. Now, what I think is most fascinating is look at the new listings. We outpaced new listings for 2020 and 2019. That is pre-COVID. As well as if you look back in 2018, we're just a few, 30 homes short, just a little over 30 homes short of what we did in 2018. That's incredible to show that we are getting a lot of homes on the market. They're selling so fast, we're not building up that inventory quite yet. So I think we're going to start to trend that way of building up a little bit more inventory, hopefully. And you can see even the solds, we outsold for 2018. So interesting numbers going on there. We're going to continue to trend this, and I'll do a fourth quarter update for you as well at the end of the year. Just a quick look at month supply of inventory. We finally hit 1 month, still far from the neutral or balanced market of 5 to 7 months we're striving for, but we are the first 1 month we've seen all year. What's available in your price range? Well, you can see there are a lot in those $500,000 to $750,000 price range. Over 200 homes just right there, and then you kind of see it's more of a bell curve off of that. So still a lot of homes out there. You just gotta be quick on them still. They are still selling relatively quick. Maybe not as fast as we saw a few months ago though. Taking a look to see how many contracts or offers accepted we get per month. This is a good indication of what we're gonna see the next month, because on average we're seeing about 30, 40 days to close on a house with a mortgage on it. So you can see September had 600 contracts or offers accepted that month, a little bit less than we saw in August. But back in 2019, 516 for September. So we outpaced what we did in 2019. So market is still strong. This is a new slide I wanted to just give a little peek. I was having a conversation with some sellers of mine the other day. Home was taking a couple extra days longer to sell than we originally anticipated. Good news is we do have it under contract now, so yay. But just explaining what's going on in the market. This is what expired or withdrawn listings by month we had each month. And by expired and withdrawn, that just means it's coming off of the market, whether it just didn't sell or sellers decided to take it off by choice. You can see 80 homes in September came off the market. This is the most we've seen since COVID. And actually, back in April 2020, we saw one month, that's when it went over that. But previous to that, we haven't seen over 80 since 2019. So interesting there. Is this a pattern? We're going to find out for the rest of the year. Real quickly in the hyper-local, the Reno market here, $550,000 median home price. Stayed exactly the same. And we did adjust that median days to contract for the cities as well. So you see those numbers a little bit less than we were used to. But 9 days. Inventory bumped up just slightly. Median for Sparks, $504,000. And new listings inched up just slightly. Inventory stayed the same. Driving out to Fernley, actually bumped up a little bit. $371,000 out in Fernley. Inventory bumped up, but new listings, look at that. New listings dropped down 17%, down to only 60 new homes came on the market. And sold dropped a bunch as well, down to 54. Heading to our capital, Carson City, $445,000. Big drop for the area for 1 month, down over 8%, down to $445,000. Inventory saw a big drop as well. New listings did inch up a little bit though, so that's good news. Driving a little bit further south to Minden and Gardnerville, $558,000, dropped down 5%. We did see some closed units go up though, but new listings did drop 13%. Finally, we're going to finish up these numbers with some condos and townhomes. What's going on in the affordable range here in Reno? Sparks, $282,000, a big drop. We were over $300,000 last month, so we did see that dip below $300,000 again. Closed sales dropped a bunch as well. New listings dropped a bunch as well. And of course, and then in turn, inventory dropped as well. So really interesting to see all those big changes in the condo townhome price range. Real quick, just for national numbers, you can see 2.6 months of inventory there. You remember we were at 1 month of inventory here locally, 2.6 months nationally. Stayed same as the previous month. Finishing up with the mortgage rates and what's happening in the area. It's been a lot more buzz lately. And you can see these are projected to inch upward. And starting to get a little bit more traction on that, we have started to see interest rates with local buyers here go up. So something to definitely talk to your mortgage lender about. I wanted to just show you in terms of a graph or something a little bit more in a picture of where compared to previously, we're just inched over 3%, and now it's guessing it's going to be going up for the rest of next year. What does this mean for you? Well, if you were looking for a payment and you wanted around $1,600, maybe low 1600s, well, if you wanted to do that today and maybe thinking of holding off till next year, well, what could that mean for you if interest rates do go up? If you were able to still get an interest rate, there's still some people that are still getting under that 3%, but it's getting a little bit harder to do now. But let's just say you got 2.75%, that's $1,633. You could buy a $400,000 house. This is, of course, with 20% down. And then, but what if you waited a little bit and you got a 3.75% interest rate? Well, look at that, $360,000 at a 3.75 interest rate is going to give you a payment of $1,667. So just waiting a bit could qualify you for less for a home. And home prices are likely going to still inch forward, maybe not as dramatic as we've seen this year, but you might not be able to qualify for as much of a home. So definitely something to consider if you are trying to decide what to do for the next 12 months. Let's have a conversation about it. I did want to end finally with a quick little video update from my lender, one of the lenders I work with, Jeremiah Eck at Guild Mortgage. Jeremiah, what's going on in mortgages? Real quick recap for us.
Hi guys, as Garrett mentioned, this is Jeremiah with Guild Mortgage. Couple major updates in the industry to go over. The way we look at credit scores is changing for Fannie Mae loans. So now we're averaging the credit score if there's more than one borrower on the loan. The second really great update is that the loan limits have increased for conventional financing. So the conforming limit has gone from $548,000 to $625,000, which is great for buyers in our market. There's so many more updates. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'll talk to you soon.
Wow, so some really interesting stuff. I appreciate that, Jeremiah, and I appreciate everyone for watching this video. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit that subscription button right over here. Watch my other videos over here. You're going to be seeing new content coming out on a more regular basis, so definitely be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great month.